Congratulations Tori and Zach Roloff. But why congratulations? Because she is new twin pregnant share announcement today in her social media platforms. Zach Roloff don't happy. Because he is new relationship share announcement her social media platforms. Matt Roloff angry. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something that has been getting a lot of attention online. News and rumors about Tori Roloff and a possible new twin pregnancy announcement. A lot of people are excited, curious, and also a bit confused about what's really going on. So let's go through it step by step in a simple and clear way. First, let's talk about what's being claimed. Some posts and videos are saying that Tori Roloff has officially announced that she is pregnant with twins. That sounds like big and exciting news, especially for fans who have followed her journey for years. Naturally, something like this spreads very quickly across social media. But here's the important part. As of now, there is no confirmed official statement from Tori herself saying that she is expecting twins. That's something we need to keep in mind before believing everything we see online. A lot of content out there is based on speculation, not verified facts. Now, that doesn't mean people are making things up for no reason. Sometimes these rumors start from small clues or observations. For example, fans might notice a recent photo, a comment, or even a small change in appearance and start guessing. Once those guesses are shared, others add their own ideas, and very quickly it turns into a trending topic. Tori Roloff is someone many people feel connected to. Over the years, viewers have seen parts of her life, her family moments, and her experiences as a mother. Because of that, any news about her, especially something as meaningful as a pregnancy, becomes very emotional for fans. The idea of twins makes it even more exciting. Twins are often seen as something special and unexpected, so when people hear that possibility, it naturally grabs attention. That's one of the reasons why this particular rumor has spread so widely. But let's pause for a moment and look at things realistically. When it comes to major life updates like a pregnancy, especially twins, most public figures choose to share that news in a clear and personal way. It usually comes directly from them, often with a message, a photo, or a video that leaves no confusion. In this case, we haven't seen that kind of clear announcement. Instead, what we're seeing are posts that use strong and exciting language without showing real confirmation. That's where it's important to be careful. Another thing to understand is how social media works. Content that is emotional, surprising, or exciting tends to get more views. Because of that, some creators may present information in a way that sounds more certain than it actually is. Words like officially or confirmed can be used even when there isn't solid proof. This doesn't mean you shouldn't be excited as a fan. It's completely normal to feel happy at the thought of someone you follow having good news in their life. But it's also important to balance that excitement with a bit of patience and critical thinking. Let's also talk about privacy. Even though Tori shares parts of her life publicly, she still has the right to choose what she shares and when she shares it. If there is any real news, she may simply be waiting for the right moment to announce it in her own way. Sometimes people prefer to keep things private in the early stages, especially when it comes to something as personal as pregnancy. That's completely understandable. Another possibility is that there is no pregnancy at all, and this is simply a rumor that grew bigger than expected. This happens more often than people realize. A small misunderstanding can quickly turn into a widely believed story. So where does that leave us right now? At this moment, there is no confirmed evidence that Tori Roloff has officially announced a twin pregnancy. Most of what's being shared online is based on speculation rather than direct confirmation. That means the best approach is to wait and watch. If there is real news, it will likely come from Tori herself or a reliable source. Until then, it's better not to treat rumors as facts. It's also a good reminder of how quickly information spreads online and how important it is to check what's real before reacting. Just because something is popular or widely shared doesn't automatically make it true. For fans, the most supportive thing you can do is respect her space and avoid spreading unverified information. Being patient shows respect and understanding. At the same time, it's okay to stay hopeful. If there is happy news in the future, it will be even more meaningful when it's shared directly and clearly. Before we wrap up, let's reflect on something simple. Social media can be a powerful place for connection, but it can also blur the line between truth and rumor. Taking a moment to question what you see can make a big difference. So continuing from where we left off, let's go a little deeper into why this kind of news catches so much attention and why people react so quickly when they hear something like a twin pregnancy rumor. One major reason is the emotional connection people feel. When you've watched someone like Tori for a long time, you start to feel like you're part of her journey. You've seen her family grow, you've seen happy moments, and also some challenges. Because of that, any possible update feels personal, even though it's happening in someone else's life. When the idea of twins gets added to that, the excitement doubles. Twins are often seen as rare and special, so people naturally become more interested. It creates a sense of surprise and joy, even if the news hasn't been confirmed yet. But this is also where things can become confusing. When emotions are strong, people are more likely to believe something quickly without checking all the details. It's not intentional, it just happens because the news feels exciting and positive. Another important point is how quickly information moves online. One person posts a guess, another person shares it as a possibility, and then someone else presents it as a fact. Within a short time, the original idea changes into something much bigger than it actually was. Let's also talk about visual clues, because this is something that often starts these rumors. People sometimes look at photos or videos and try to find hints. Maybe they think they notice a small change, or they interpret something in a certain way. The truth is, visuals can be misleading. Lighting, angles, clothing, and timing can all affect how something looks. What one person sees as a hint, another person might not notice at all. That's why it's risky to rely on guesses based on appearances. There's also the role of captions and comments. Sometimes a simple or playful comment can be misunderstood and taken very seriously. Once that happens, the meaning changes and people start building a story around it. Now, let's shift focus a bit and think about what a real announcement usually looks like. When someone is ready to share big news like a pregnancy, especially twins, they often do it in a clear and direct way. It might be a heartfelt message, a family photo, or a short video explaining the news. That kind of announcement leaves very little room for confusion. People don't have to guess, because the information is coming straight from the source. In this situation, we haven't seen that kind of clear message. That's why it's important to stay careful and not jump to conclusions. Another angle to consider is timing. Even if there is real news, people sometimes choose to wait before sharing it. There can be personal reasons, emotional reasons, or simply a desire to keep things private for a while. So silence doesn't necessarily mean something is happening, but it also doesn't confirm anything either. It just means we don't have enough information yet. Now, let's talk about how to handle situations like this as a viewer. First, try to separate excitement from facts. It's okay to feel happy at the idea of good news, but make sure you recognize when something is just a rumor. Second, look for confirmation. Ask yourself, did this come directly from Tori, or is it coming from someone else? That simple question can help you avoid a lot of confusion. Third, be mindful of what you share. Even if something seems harmless, spreading unverified news can add to the confusion for others. Fourth, stay respectful. Whether the rumor is true or not, it's still someone's personal life. Kind and respectful conversations always make a better environment online. Let's also take a moment to think about how this affects the person at the center of the rumor. Imagine seeing people constantly talk about something that may not even be true. It could feel overwhelming or even stressful. That's why giving space and avoiding pressure is so important. Everyone deserves to share their own news in their own way, without feeling rushed by public expectations. At the same time, it's completely natural for fans to care. Following someone's journey creates a bond, and wanting to celebrate their happy moments is a positive thing. It just needs to be balanced with patience and understanding. As of right now, the situation hasn't changed. There is still no official confirmation of a twin pregnancy announcement today. Everything remains in the category of speculation. That means the best thing to do is wait for clear and reliable updates. If something real is shared, it will be easy to recognize because it will come directly from the source. Until then, try not to let the constant flow of rumors create unnecessary excitement or worry. Staying calm and informed is always the better approach. Before we finish this part, here's something simple to remember. Not every trending story is a true story. Sometimes it's just a mix of guesses, excitement, and fast sharing. So for now, there's no official twin pregnancy announcement confirmed today. Everything remains uncertain, and it's best to wait for real updates. If anything changes, I'll be here to explain it in a clear and simple way so you don't have to sort through all the confusion. Thanks for watching, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Have you seen these rumors too? What do you think about how quickly news spreads online? Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.